Good morning, everybody. Welcome to episode 18 of the Bright Park videos. Barry here with you, and I'd like to formally say that I will be finishing my Bright Park videos on the 9th of August. Okay, so I will get to that in a moment. So I'm sorry I was not here on Wednesday night to bring you a video, but I won't get into that. However, I would like to tell you how far I've got with the Bray Park show so far. Well, let me take you back to where it all began. Well, you all know how I moved in here in April, yes? And I did my first video out in the living room, okay? And that was after, a couple of days after I moved from Sydney. Well, I didn't end up moving straight here. So, uh, let's go to the week that it was. Well, on Monday, I started my first day of community access with a bloke called Mark, okay? And we went across the Story Bridge. I have posted a video up of that, so you can watch that and check that out and see what you think. On Tuesday, I had a meeting with Derek, and we were organising my move back to Sydney. Okay, so I will tell you about that in a moment. Now, on Wednesday, I went to the doctor's. Okay, so I won't go into that either. I wasn't here on Wednesday or Thursday morning, but I won't go into that either. Okay, due to privacy reasons. I came home from the hospital last night, but I won't go into that either on the show. Okay, so a few issues I don't want to bring up on today's show. Well, anyway, this is episode 18, like I've mentioned. Okay, so now now I was going to be here, which brings me nicely on to the reasons why I'm not going to be here. Okay, because I brought it up before. So I had a meeting the other day with Derek, who is my support coordinator up here in Queensland, and unfortunately, sorry that I have to tell you that I won't be staying on here in Bray Park, but I won't go into that either. Well, I prefer not to go into that either. So there are a few things I wish not to bring up on the show, but just to give you some idea of how the Bray Park video began. Well, like I said, out in the living room, I did a couple of videos there. I did a house tour with you guys, so I've already covered that. Okay, so I've done the Story Bridge, I've done Sandgate for you, I've done a lot, so it doesn't mean to say that there hasn't been a shortage, there has been a shortage of videos. when really that hasn't. Now, on Anzac Day, I covered a video on how to manage stress, and that is already up there as well, so you can watch that video. Okay, so yeah, so it doesn't mean to say that I haven't enjoyed Bray Park. I had, but I'm just like, but yeah, I'm I've got to be honest with you guys. Okay, seriously, I thought this health was for me, but it's not, and that's why I put it on my goals to return to New South Wales, and that is exactly what I'm going to be doing within the next 8 weeks. Okay, it all depends on how I'm going to get there, where I'm going to live, where my productions are going to live, etc. So I only wish I could stay on here, viewers, but no, the glue's just not sticking. So, to be quite honest, it, to me, it's quite upsetting that I have to make a decision I don't want to make. But guys, if something is not working out well, you can't force it to work. Okay? And like I did a video last week on speaking up, so that's all up there for you guys to watch now. So I did that on episode 14, which was last Friday evening. I did. Okay, so I've done about 17 episodes since I've been up here. Now, a couple of things I'd like to bring up with you too while I've got you here watching. Okay? You remember how before I got on the plane to Sydney, I talked about homesickness? Well, that is on one of the videos I've brought to you. Okay? And that last scene was at Sydney Airport before I got on the plane to come up here. And I talked about homesickness because when you're away from your family and your friends, okay, that's when homesickness can set in. Okay, so you say you often get homesick and you're thinking of your friends and family and want to move back there, back to where you came from because you hate a certain place and you're not familiar with it. Okay, well that's how I felt. I thought the homesickness wasn't gonna kick in, but unfortunately, guys, that's what it did. And that's why I am bringing my Bray Park videos to a close in under 2 months' time. I've got a meeting with Derek again on Tuesday to discuss the options of how I'm going to get to Sydney, how much it's going to cost me, and where I'm going to stay when I return. So, 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 so it's not as though I don't like Bray Park. I think it's excellent, but guys, like I've said on many of the videos I've brought to you, unfortunately, it has not worked out. Sad but true, but if things are not going to work out, okay, what do? You say something. You talk to your manager, you talk to your support coordinator, and that's exactly what I've done here. Okay, so, you know, if something's not right, guys, you've got to speak up. Don't just sit there and assume that people can read your mind when they are not mind readers. If you're not happy, what do? You speak up. So, like I said last week on episode 14, don't just assume that people can read your mind. Okay, if you're not happy, like I've been, okay, I've not been happy here. So what did I do? I spoke up. And that's exactly what I did. And people have been really supportive towards me, they've listened to me, they've respected me, and that's what I've liked about it. Okay? So instead of me just sitting back and assuming that people know what I want, I said something. I've even sent them an email. And I'm 47 years old now, so I should know what I want when I want. Okay? And even if I'm not feeling well, instead of sitting there just suffering and assuming that people know what I wanted, well, I've spoken up about it. And something got done about it, which is good. So, so you know, speaking up, guys, is really important. If something is not right or you're not happy with the current situation, speak up. Okay, so you know, speaking up is better than not saying anything at all. Wouldn't you agree? I hope so. So, like I said, I'm sorry I have not been able to bring you some new videos this week. This is actually episode 18, by the way. So, this is my 18th episode. Episode 19 is coming up in a couple of days. Okay? Okay? So, so, like I said, I'm sorry I cannot stay in Bray Park, but I've made the decision. And by the way, my new Goals NDIS plan came in and it got approved. So I am moving back to NSW, guys. Okay, so a lot of people have been supportive with me, and on that, and I thank you all for being so respectful about that. Well, I'm going to take a break now and come back to you. It's Friday, the 3rd of June. Good early evening, everyone. I'm Barry Fair. It's Friday, the 3rd of June. I've been up here for 2 months now, and this is my third month. Okay? Now, most of you probably know that I won't be staying on here permanently as a resident. As you all know, I have struggled to settle in, but that doesn't mean that I've done some excellent stuff. Okay, so far on the videos that I've covered, I'm done with you, I should say. I've done the Story Bridge, I've done Waco, I've done Strat Point, you name it, I've done it. And last Saturday I went to Deception Bay to have fish and chips. And that was on episode 15. No, yeah, episode 15. So, episode 16 last Sunday was the sunset. So, I have really enjoyed bringing the shows to you from Bray Park. But sadly, I won't be continuing to do that in this format. Because in August, as you probably have heard, I will be moving away from here to go back to my friends in NSW. But there are a few things I have to work out and consider too. So, it doesn't mean that I won't be moving back, but there are a few things I have to do to get there. Okay? So, I want, so, a few things will there be vacancies on the northern beaches? If not, I will have to probably live out west. So I will have a meeting with Derek on Tuesday to discuss all of this. I had a meeting with Mitchell today to discuss various things around how to organize this. He was very supportive and all of that. And once we meet with Derek on Tuesday, we will have a better idea about how to organize this trip. But there's still a fair way to go yet, I can tell you that. Okay, so guys, I've done some cracking shows with you over the past 2 months that I've been here. There's still plenty more to come. Okay. So I won't be leaving yet, but I will let you know when the time has come. Okay. It depends on whether I'm going back to the northern beaches, but we have to do a lot of planning to get there. Okay, so it's not like as if I can say, yeah, see you later, I'm going, because it doesn't work that way. So what I'd like to do in this second part of this episode, this early evening, is give you a bit of a taste of what has happened since I've been here at Bray Park. Well, let me start off with a bit of history. I arrived here at Bray Park on the 6th of April, and that was a couple of days before my birthday. So I left Sydney on the 31st of March this year, and I achieved this goal. Okay, but unfortunately, home is not where my heart is at the moment, not up here. But I won't go into too much detail about that on the show. So right now I'm going to share with you some of the things I've done so far here in Bray Park. So I hope you enjoy. Well, good evening, everybody. Here I am now in Queensland on night one here in Bray Park. It's 7:30 in the evening here, Tuesday night. And welcome to my first program here. After leaving Sydney last Thursday night. But it's great to be here. And it's certainly right. Well, we've got the lounge room here, a lot of rooms, and the office is there. My room is just opposite this room, the garage, you name it. So it's all here, it's all happening. So after months and months of planning, now I am finally here at Bray Park. And welcome to the Queensland viewers. Thank you for having me here, and I look forward to doing many shows with you over the coming months. And tomorrow I'm off on an adventure, my first adventure, and I will be doing my first show with you outdoors. So this is the opening of a new chapter. I hope that you will join me on many of my adventures here. So guys, do join me, okay, as I settle into this marvelous facility here at Bray Park. And after a rough start, I am now here. So hello to everyone in Sydney. Hello to everyone around Australia. And tonight for dinner we had mango chicken, and it was absolutely beautiful. So how do you make mango chicken, guys? Well, firstly, you cook some chicken. Okay, make sure your chicken is cooked, guys, because you don't want raw chicken. Okay. And
to get a drink. Yeah.
So I will tell you the recipe tomorrow.
I'm gonna get my supper.
But now I declare my first night at Bray Park officially open. Thank you, Bray Park, for welcoming me here. I'm looking forward to being here, and I look forward to many adventures with you.
Okay, it's a green
And
towel.
I hope that you will join me wherever
Okay, so that it should be like
I bring the show to you.
So that you can
But for now,
When do we get a green cup?
this is the opening sequence of this
What do we use to
new
cover this?
episode. New shows,
You said it's a green towel.
new everything.
A green towel.
So I hope you enjoy having me here at Bray Park. So this is Barry here. I am really going to enjoy Bray Park. So guys,
Yes.
thank you for making me feel welcome. This is Barry here. The time is now nearly 20 to 8 on Tuesday night. It is Tuesday, the 5th of April, 2022. Thanks for joining me on my first night here at Bray Park. And this is Barry Fair. And the start of a new chapter.
To the ship directly behind the agent is in serious trouble.
Well, good afternoon, and here I am now on the first official day here at Bray Park. Today I've had a quiet day to slowly setting up here. Okay, I really am enjoying the home here. This is the kitchen area, the dining area, and the living area, and out the back you've got the garden here, and a patch of grass. You've got the office in there. Unfortunately, I can't show you any of the rooms at the moment, but this is a much quieter house than the one in Oceana, but I did love Oceana, but here I am now in Bray Park, like I mentioned, and excuse me, here I am now in Bray Park. I'm enjoying myself. It's Wednesday, the 6th of April, and nearly 20 to 2 here, and I had a lovely lunch today of tuna and hummus. Okay, that was really good. Okay, so yeah, it's been really great, and I am settling in to Bray Park really well, and very soon I will be on an adventure to show you all around the sites of my old stomping ground. Well, just to give you a recap of what happened in Sydney last Wednesday before coming here the following day, but I will tell you what happened on the Thursday in a minute. Okay, last Wednesday I had Domino's Pizza for my farewell, a thin and crispy ham and pineapple. Now, who loves a thin and crispy ham and pineapple here? Okay, let me know down below. Okay, if you're a pizza fan, please do comment on the link below when I do get all those videos up here. Okay, so that's what happened, and the movers came at 7 o'clock last Wednesday morning, okay, to deliver my stuff here to Bray Park. And I'm still going to unpack some.
Yeah, reveal it when you're ready, my love.
And that was one of my carers there. So I'm just slowly winding my way in, okay, getting used to the place, which I am already. I'm liking the feel of this house, okay, excellent people, the staff are friendly, clients are friendly, management is friendly too, and it's really a good place to be, Bray Park, and I look forward to bringing you more excellent videos on my laptop. When we go out, I will be talking about helping breakfast ideas too, lunch ideas, dinner ideas, what to do with the leftovers. Okay, I will be doing the absolute lot, okay, and all of that. So the episode, okay, I will be starting the episodes all over again from episode 1 to 100. So I will be around for many years to come, okay? So this is a home that I have chosen here. So Bray Park, thank you for making me feel welcome. And here I am at 23 Mundy Place, Bray Park. Okay, so if you're up in Brisbane, please do come and see me. If you're up this way, drop in for a cup of tea. I'd like that. Okay.
We're open 24/7, Barry.
And we are open 24/7. We never sleep here.
That's right. Anybody's welcome.
Anybody is welcome. Okay, so if you're driving around Brisbane in your car or your van or anywhere, knock on the door, but do make arrangements to before you.
Nothing's a problem.
And nothing's a problem. So the door is always open, ladies and gentlemen here. Okay. So guys, now on to what happened on Thursday. On Thursday afternoon, I arrived at Sydney Airport to get on a Qantas flight, okay, got on the plane just before 6 p.m. on Thursday. This was a week tomorrow, 7 days ago, and I thought I would have to spend another night in Sydney because my chair couldn't get on. But luckily for the crew of Flight 365, there was a spare chair, but did I come straight from the airport? No. And I'll tell you why. I had a medical episode during the flight, which was not very good. So what happened was the flight, the airline, the plane staff gave me some oxygen, okay, to help me breathe, okay, and it wasn't getting any better, and there was a doctor on board the plane, luckily, okay, so it was really good. So the plane staff were really good, and upon arrival in Brisbane, okay, the staff there organised an ambulance for me, which was really good. Okay, it wasn't the way I wanted to begin this adventure, but that's what happened. Not good. I went to the Prince Charles Hospital and spent a couple of days there before arriving here last evening. You will be able to watch that video from last night. I can tell you, when I walked in the door, I really liked the feel of the place. And it's good to be home in Brisbane. I can tell you that now. 8 months I've waited for this. Let's just say I was supposed to move up on August the 23rd of last year, but unfortunately that did not happen because COVID held me back. Not good, but as the saying goes, good things come to those who wait. So, I won't go into the hospital business, okay, because that's personal stuff, but on arrival here at the house yesterday, I was greeted by some lovely staff, and the manager was here too. So, as I've said, I really do like the place. It's got a lovely feel about it, and this is the choice of a goal that I've been wanting to pursue for many years now, and now I can tick that off my bucket list. So here I am now, like I've just said, in Bray Park, and I can't wait to do that. I can't wait to go on many adventures. Okay? Who knows, I might be doing the show from South Bank or the Story Bridge, Brisbane River, you name it. I will be doing it. So Brisbane, it is great to be back after 37 years. I left New Farm in 1984, but now in 2022, here I am now in lovely Bray Park. Really good. So I will take a break and come back to you with more of my show. The first show from Bray Park, part 2 is coming up.
Yeah.
I'm Barry here. The time is nearly 10 to 2.
Yeah.
Hello.
Good morning, everybody. This is Barry Fair here. My second full day here at Bray Park. Monday Place is the place to be. And I'm just got up and welcome to all of you. 10 past 10 here. And we're going to take you outside now. But before we do that, I'd just like to say thank you all for having me here. Bray Park is wonderful. I'm glad I chose the right house and the right staff to work with. So just giving you a brief update on what we've come so far. I'm starting my first intro on Tuesday night when I arrived, and that was right here in this room. Okay, so right now we're going to take you outside the place. Give you a tour around around. So here you've got, guys, the outside area, and you've got my room in there, which is a bit of a mess at the moment. Okay, so I won't take you in there. Okay, so just come out slowly. Okay, so this is not much of an area for driving around in. Okay, or you can see this big patch of grass here, a couple of houses. Okay, so this is a sitting area where the guys can have their breakfast or their lunch or their dinner. Okay, so just take you back. I'll get Kathy to zoom in around the area, okay? Zoom the camera around.
I don't know if I can do this.
No, Hang on. You've got to zoom the camera around. Hang on, I'll just pause this.
Sorry, do you know how to zoom the camera? Alright.
So we're just going to pan around and show you this area here.
I want you to zoom around, I'm not sure if I know what I'm doing.
Do you want to show people where your backyard, Barry?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So it's cordless.
I'm just paused
You
that.
paused it.
Okay, this is the backyard here. Okay, so the clients can sit here, have their dinner, breakfast, their lunch and whatever. And it's a beautiful spot to watch the sunrise. Look at that, guys, and a few clouds around today. We might get some rain, but who knows what Queensland weather is like up here. Okay, so just taking you back inside now. So back into the kitchen we come. And this is our sitting area here. Alright, so I won't show you that, because that's just the television and two recliner wheelchairs. So I'll take you out to the garage now to
More of a storage room.
more of a storage room than a garage.
You right?
I'm just hitting the couch and a manual chair. Now I don't know how we're gonna open the garage door so I can show you viewers. And then here we are.
I go out there, you'll go straight down that hill.
Now I won't go down the hill because our dresser.
Cool.
So this is the start of Monday place here. You can just see the sign there. Okay. So this is what the garage looks like. Okay. If I can get the Monday place sign in there, probably not. So in here we have the laundry, but I won't show you that because it's not all that interesting. And now we'll come back inside now. Take care not to damage anything on the way. There we go. There we go. The garage is now going to close now, and back in we go, and let's pan out the front door and see what is out there. I think that's automatic.
It sure is.
But I think there is a step there, so I won't go any further, because I don't want to have an accident. So there's a tour of the house, guys.
Bang.
And bang goes the front door. Alright. Now I want to take you into other clients' rooms just for privacy reasons, okay? Because privacy is very important. So here I am back in the kitchen now. And there we are. I'm showing you around the house. So I hope that you've enjoyed the tour here. So just before I conclude part one, first part of today's video, okay, last Thursday I'm getting ready to come up here, and I landed in Brisbane, but did I come straight here? No, I did not. But I won't go into that. Okay, so I will get back to you later on with the second part of today's show. I'm Barry Fair. It is Thursday, the 7th of April.
Yep.
Good afternoon, everyone. Good afternoon, Queensland, and everyone living in Queensland, and welcome to episode 2 of my program here in Brisbane. Today we're on Sutton's Boots on the Redcliffe Boulevard. Now look at that out there. Just look at that. Long riding on the skateboard, people taking their dog for a walk, and look at that, a pristine view. Would you like to wake up with this? I'm sure you would. So just a a couple of rules like I said yesterday on the show. If you do take bring your equipment in, please take it with you. Okay, and our beaches are not rubbish dumps, there are bins provided here, and if you have a dog, please place it on the leash. Well, this is episode 2, like I said, and sorry it has taken me a while to present the videos after a setback a couple of weeks ago, but I'm on the mend slowly, so the beaches are fun, but you must always remember, guys, swim between the red and yellow flags. If you are in trouble, raise your hand. There's a surf rescue boat down there, and a surf rescue boat, guys, is where the lifesavers get in and they rescue people in trouble. Now, see there? That's a red and yellow flag. You must always swim between it at all times. But with summer officially over now, and the life-saving season, I think is about to end. I'm not sure. But guys, look at that. You couldn't ask for a better beach than this. So, if you're ever in the Redcliffe area, drop on in, have a barbecue like we did today, and I can tell you viewers out there, it was delicious. We had sausages and potato, and what a perfect Saturday afternoon it is down here at Redcliffe. Oh, look at that. Good, there are ducks here. So guys, before I sign off for the first part of the show today, enjoy your day at the beach. When you are in the sun, flip flop flap and buy a good quality sunscreen SPF 550 plus, and remember, I always keep telling you guys, what am I holding up? A water bottle. Hydration is always important, guys. Don't ever forget it. Because if you don't drink, you get dehydrated. Well, that's just about our time out today on episode 2. Episode 2 will continue back at Bray Park, but until we see you on the next adventure, Barry Beer, Marty and teams and team, wishing you a very good afternoon. See you back at base, everybody. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Well, where are we? Well, good morning, everybody. Second. Okay. Here we are at Symphony Park. And this is a lovely park. Look at that. saw them playing on the beach. Like that. And today we're having another barbecue again. Okay. Now if you enjoyed the barbecue on Saturday, okay, you're gonna love this one. But just a few rules before you have the barbecue, guys. Clean the bar, make sure the barbecue is clean before you use it, okay? Things like that. Make sure you put it, okay, and after you finish with the barbecue, clean the barbecue and then dispose of your rubbish or leave it apart. So important that. So this is episode 3 of my program Offside today. Our first program was at Sandgate, so that's uploaded now, so check that out. So is the one from Saturday where we went on the 4th and a barbecue there. So it's a beautiful day today. Look at that. Sun in the sky, few clouds about. Okay. And look at that. And music playing in the background there. Right, I'm getting set up for a barbecue there. Barbecue there. So, in planning an outing, make sure you've got everything like this, like your backpack, drinks, and things like that. Well, I'll leave you now and come back after the barbecue. Look at that. Mom must go right.
Smile, Marty, wave. Yep.
So far, we've looked at, we've shown you the beach from the sea. Now, just recapping on the rules about taking your rubbish in. If you bring your rubbish in, please take it out. Our parks and beachfronts are not rubbish dumps. The same with your cars and our minibuses. Our minibuses, the grey one, we might show you it before we end our first adventure today. So I hope that you enjoyed today's program, and we'll see you next time round. But until then, from myself, Marty and Tina, have a great weekend, and we'll see you next time around. We take you, we bring you an adventure. This is our first episode, actually. Well, my first episode. So join me for episode 2. Who knows where we'll end up. See you next time. Well, good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to episode 7 now. And it's a gloomy Saturday afternoon here.
Should I show them?
And look at that. The rain is coming down.
It still looks pretty because of the glistening road, don't you think?
Yeah.
It's gloomy yet pretty.
So, to open our show today, we'd like to advise you people to take it very easy on those roads
Yeah.
this afternoon. Here's Emma now for her opening sequence on this.
Yeah, Barry's absolutely right. As I just showed you, like even though the glistening roads look pretty, it's really important to drive slowly. So whenever I drive in the rain, I always drive about 5Ks under the limit just to be safe. And it's annoying because like some of the cars don't like it and they tailgate me behind. But it's very important to put safety first when you're driving in wet weather.
And another important factor, don't drive in flooded causeways. If you know a road is flooded,
Yeah.
please don't drive through them. Here's Emma now.
Yeah, Barry's absolutely right. If you can tell it's flooded, you know, just don't risk it. Even if you think you can make it through, it's way better to be safe than sorry. And even if you do make it through the flood, you can still damage your car. So it's just not worth it.
Because the cars and water, guys, they do not mix. Here's
Yeah.
Emma now.
Yeah. And what Barry means is like the engine underneath the car. Like if it gets too wet, it's going to cause some damage in the long run.
So, we can't show you the Monday place time, we can't give you the address, but we can give you the company name, but we've already given you that. So, the importance of taking care in the rain, guys. Don't walk or ride through floodwaters. Listen to the news on the TV and on the radio. And look on your internet. Here's Emma now.
Yeah, Barry's right. So every time before I even leave my house, I always check the weather because it's always important to be prepared. and you know it's best to avoid driving or walking if you can. I got 2 strong dogs, so I definitely don't walk them in this weather because I'd slip and fall. So always be careful in weather like this.
So you may think it's okay to drive through flooded causeways and on flooded roads, but it is not.
No.
And another important rule, we will give you this at the end of the program. I'll just have a sip of my coffee there.
Yep.
So while I am talking and drinking, okay, Queensland weather can go from sunny to wet.
Yeah.
Here's Emma now.
Yeah. So Barry's right. It's been pretty frustrating the past few days. I haven't seen the sun for a while, and it's always been the same. Like it says that it's only going to be cloudy, and so I drive out, and then it starts raining. So it's been frustrating, but you know, it's good that it's raining. It's good for the plants and everything. So just always focus on the positive.
So I have some news to share with you all, but I will share that towards the end of the show. But this week I went to New Farm Park. That is up on YouTube now, so check it out. Okay. Now, New Farm Park, you can walk your dogs there, have a barbecue, you name it.
Yeah, if it's not raining.
If it's not raining.
Well, I guess you can still have a barbecue if it's undercover.
But when I was doing the show from New Farm Park, it was very windy. Now, it started to rain just as I was loading into our minibus here. Now, I also went to see where my old school was too. So, that school is no longer there.
Oh, what's replaced it?
A block of units, okay? So,
What was the school called?
New Farm Special School. So, getting back to this all important weather, okay? It is raining and it is not a good idea to drive in weather like that. It is really very dangerous. Here's Emma now.
Yeah, Barry's right. Try to avoid driving in this weather unless it's absolutely necessary. Like for me, I had to absolutely drive in this weather because I had to arrive on shift for work. So even like say it's like a social gathering, maybe try and reschedule for another time when it's not raining, because like I said, it's better to be safe than sorry. You want to try to avoid driving in this weather.
Okay, and another thing, if the police see you and they tell you that the road is closed, please adhere to the instructions given by the police. Here's Emma now.
Yeah, Barry's right. So I'm sure most of you are smart enough to know that if a road is closed and there's police advising you to turn another way, you wouldn't be stupid enough to drive through.
Go another way.
Yeah, definitely go another way. Because, you know, not only will you break the law and get a huge fine, but, you know, you could cause someone else's death or cause a really bad accident.
So things you can do in wet weather at home. Okay, you can cook something like biscuits or cakes or
Baking, yeah.
baking, play some games.
I like reading.
And read a book, watch some YouTube videos that you've recently uploaded, that sort of thing. Here's Emma now.
Yeah, Barry's right. There's so much that you can do indoors. I mean, everyone should have a good idea because like we're all stuck in lockdown due to COVID. So there's so many things that you can do indoors. You can knit, you can make something. I like painting by numbers, and I love binge watching a lot of TV series on YouTube and Netflix. There's so many things you can do.
Well, now it's time to talk about how important it is to stay positive during a wet day. Don't just sit in your room gloomy and sad. Come out and talk to people. Here's Emma now.
Yeah, Barry's right. So the weather can affect your mood. Like earlier today, I was feeling a bit depressed because I wanted to take my dogs for a walk, but I couldn't. But what I did instead, I focused on the positive and I played tug of war with them inside instead, and that tired them out. So they still got a bit of exercise. So like I said, it's really important just to focus on the positive and, appreciate what you have. What I always do before I go to sleep is I count my blessings. So I write a list of everything I appreciate, but it doesn't hurt to look at the list of what you appreciate every day.
And don't take your anger out on someone else either.
Yeah.
Okay, you may wake up in a shonky mood, but viewers out there, okay, don't be angry.
Yeah.
Think positive, guys. Here's Emma now.
Yeah, Barry's absolutely right. So we've all been guilty of it. Like when you are in a bad mood, it's quite easy to take it out on other people, but that only does more damage than good because they'll naturally retaliate their anger onto you. So if you ever feel yourself becoming angry, just take a time out to yourself and breathe in and count to 100, and that sort of calms you down because it forces your mind to focus on something else. And yeah, just always try and focus on the positive and only try and talk about positive things with other people.
Okay, we know that it may be difficult, guys, but don't bog yourself down with too many negative things. Okay, because if you do that, you won't be able to enjoy the things that you have in life, like your house, your pets, your friends around you, etc. Here's Emma now.
Yeah, Barry's absolutely right. So, instead of focusing on what you don't have in your life, say you're upset because you're renting instead of owning a house, just appreciate what you have. You have a roof over your head, where there are some people who are homeless. I believe, it's important to focus on what you have in your life that makes you happy, because taking anything for granted, that's the worst thing you can do, because you can live your life with regret for not appreciating what you had.
And another thing, we've always said, I've always said, email your site manager too, okay, arrange a meeting on with them as well, okay. Another positive tip, okay, distract yourself with a good book.
Yeah.
Here's Emma now.
Yeah, Barry's right. I said before that I watch a lot of TV series, but reading a book, it is much better for your mental health because it exercises your brain a lot more. So what I like to do, if I'm stuck inside the house, is I'll spend about 2 hours reading and then an hour exercising, following a YouTube tutorial. And then I'll spend about 2 hours watching a TV series. and I spend about an hour playing with my dogs inside, and then about another 2 hours reading. So I just sort of follow a routine, because if you get stuck doing the same thing for hours on end, you'll naturally get a bit bored. So it's important to vary up your daily schedule when you're stuck inside.
And another thing, okay, make up a list of chores of things you need to focus on.
Yeah, that'll keep you busy too.
Okay, work out how your day is going to start and how it is going to end. Hear them and
Yeah, Barry's right. So it's always a good idea to like write up a schedule for like, say, before I'm going to sleep, I'll write a to-do list for the next day. And usually that involves, like, when I wake up, I'll have coffee and I'll do things that need to be done just to get them out the way. So like clean out my cupboard or bath the dogs, and then I'll start doing things that I enjoy doing. But cleaning can be enjoyable as well, because I like to play music while I clean out my cupboard and do other tasks. So after you do what needs to be done, you can just like relax after and watch a TV series or read a book. So writing a schedule is a good idea, Barry.
And the most important thing, take a few deep breaths, okay, if you feel yourself getting uptight and anxious, okay, because this is what causes chest pain, guys.
Yeah.
Hear them and now.
Yeah, Barry's right. So stress and anxiety, that can actually make your body feel more achy. What I like to do is, a friend taught me, like, whenever you feel like you're panicking or you're worried about something, you do what's called starfish breathing. So it's sort of like a meditation. So you trace your hand, you breathe in as you go up, and you breathe out as you go down. You breathe in as you go up till you finish your hand, and that helps calm you down.
And another thing, before you go to sleep, have a good, nice, long, hot shower, guys,
Or a bath.
or a bath. Okay. But make sure you test the water temperature first, okay?
Yeah.
Hear them and now.
Yeah, Barry's right. So before you have a nice hot shower, always turn the cold tap on first and make sure that you test it before getting inside. A lot of people, they've made like the mistake of accidentally burning themselves. Even like children who are unsupervised, they might turn the hot tap on first. So always be careful pretty much before you do anything, really, before you have a nice hot bath. Just always put safety first before you drive in the wet weather. Decide if you really need to go, where you need to go, and just always think before you act.
Because you only have the one life out there, guys.
Yeah.
Hear them and now.
Yeah, Barry's right. I can't imagine anything worse of like my own stupid decision of driving somewhere that I could have postponed in the wet weather. I get into a car accident and I die. And my parents, my dogs, they would all miss me so much. So always put your safety first.
And never straight around the corners.
Yeah.
Take it slowly, guys. It is very important in this. Well, the last thing we like to talk about now is having good food in the wet weather. Like, use up the leftovers. Here's Emma now.
Yeah, Barry's right. So what I like to cook is carbonara and Thai green curry. Beef stroganoff is a favourite. I love beef stroganoff. Have you had it before, Barry?
I have, yeah.
It's delicious. And that type of food you can keep in the fridge for a maximum of 5 days. So always try and eat it within a few days, because you don't want to waste food, especially knowing like in the world there are people who are starving. So yeah, there's so many meals that you can cook and yeah, store it away and you can eat it within a few days.
And you can make like something with the leftover mince too,
Yeah,
like a meat pie
or a jaffa.
or a jackal, whatever. Here's Emma now.
Yeah, that's right. It's called a jaffle. I got confused. I thought of Jaffa, those lollies. And yeah, there's so many things that you can make with mince that's left over. What I'd like to do is I'd put it on corn chips and get some cheese and salsa and have some nachos.
So, there are lots of things you can do
Inside.
inside, okay? So, just before we do sign off today, I had a meeting, okay, on Thursday on the phone. My productions, I am not staying on here, so I will let you know when I will be leaving, but I will let you know.
No.
Sad but true, but I've got to do what's right. Here's Emma now.
Yeah, Barry's right. It's not like Barry has given up easily. He's given this place a chance and he can't help how he feels. He knows what's best for him. And if he feels that moving back is the best decision for him, that's his decision. So just as long as you actually give something a try before, deciding to give up, that's fine. And that's what Barry's done. He's given this place a try and he wants to go back home.
So, like we said on the last show, which was not on the Thursday just gone, but the one before that, okay, never ever give up.
Yeah.
Give something a try, for goodness sake. Here's Emma now.
Yeah, Barry's right. So it's important to try before giving up. This is like any decision really. It's when you start a new job or a new relationship, give them a chance. And, if you feel like they're not up to your standards, it's nothing really to do with them. It's entirely your own decision. So as long as you give them a chance.
So, the important thing is, don't stress yourself out about it.
Yeah.
Write an email and the reasons why you want to leave, and don't make up stories about it.
Yeah, good idea.
Here's Emma now.
Yeah, Barry's right. So it's really important if you decide to leave an industry or anywhere, you let the person in charge know and let them know your reasons. And don't make anything up. Just be honest, but polite.
And if you're honest with people in your emails or on the phone, guys, they will be honest with you.
Yeah.
But if you're dishonest and lie, well, if I was manager here at 5365, I would be a bit annoyed.
Yeah.
Here's Emma now.
Yeah, Barry's right. It's really important to be honest and not to lie, because once people know that you're lying, they're not going to respect you, and in return, they're not going to give you their respect. So treat people how you want to be treated and just always be honest but polite to people.
Well, to close the show this afternoon, I'm just going over Sydney, Brisbane's weather. Okay, it's not very nice at the moment. The rain is coming down. Not hard at the moment, but it might do later on in the evening. Okay. Just remember what we said on the show, what we've been saying on the show, I should say. Be honest with be careful on the roads. Don't drive like a maniac and cause an accident, because you could put yourself at risk and the other road users on the road. Here's Emma now for her closing sequence on this.
Yeah, so just to recap everything that we talked about, Barry's absolutely right. Always think before you drive out in the wet weather. So I had to drive in this wet weather because I had to come to work. If I didn't come to work, then no one would be here to care for Barry and the other clients. So only drive out if necessary. So if it's like a social event, I would cancel and reschedule for another time. And just always focus on the positive. Like, I know it can be depressing being stuck indoors because of the weather, but just write a list of everything that you appreciate in your life, and just keep yourself busy by reading, watching shows. Just keep a pattern of different activities, and you'll feel a lot better.
And we'll just take a shot of this rain that is coming down.
Yep. It stopped a bit before, and now it's started up again. It still looks like a pretty gloomy day.
But it won't stop me from doing a video here,
Nope.
okay? And just remember, like we said in the house tour, if you open the garage, shut the thing, and we might even give you a demo on that now,
Yep.
how the garage door works.
Okay. I'll just unplug the mouse.
So we're just going to
I'll just get a good view of the weather, and then I'll film you put the garage down.
yep. So from Emma and myself now, thanks for your company on this Saturday afternoon, and we will catch you next time round here at Bray Park. So to take us out, this is how the garage door shuts.
Yeah, much better than a roller door. Some roller doors, I hurt my arm pulling up.
And that is our show for this Saturday. Thanks for your company, guys, and we will see you next time around. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Well, good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to episode 17 now. I'm on the iconic Story Bridge now, and here's Mark. Trying to what the Story Bridge again.
Looks good, doesn't it?
Yeah. So the Story Bridge was constructed in 1936 and opened in 1940. Now, much has changed since that time, and there's a footpath there, okay, which I'm standing on. Well, I'm on the path now, so lots of cars are going on the bridge now, okay, so if we can get a close-up shot a bit further down, okay, we might be able to get the whole bridge for you, so come with us. So guys, the Story Bridge, okay, look at that, one of Brisbane's famous icons, and you know, Isn't it a beauty? A real beauty? It's got a real beauty. It's got a real beauty about it. Much has changed since I was here as a kid. Okay, so there's a footpath here, which you can ride your bike. Okay, do all sorts of things like that. So down there, if I can get Mark to take a shot, that's the Wisdom River down there. Look at that. This ground, I think that's some more rain, I think. And we are so proud to have this Australian icon here. Good. Now, you remember a couple of times, okay, time to break up, okay. And Mark have you got the umbrella, mate? Have you got the umbrella? There you go. Umbrella. Yep. And I'm blowing a few spots of rain here. So, the story's good, guys. What a fantastic icon of being good tonight, so if you ever are to support this, guys, check out the story, please. You will absolutely love it. Okay, I've got the umbrella around, but it is starting to rain a bit here. Okay, so I won't get wet. Okay, so if you're ever on holiday up in Brisbane, guys, we suggest that you go on the iconic Gory Bridge. And there are lots of restaurants here, okay? Go and have some lunch down here, okay? We will absolutely love it down here. I suggest that you grab your bike, okay? And ride along the footpath on Gory Bridge. There is a park down there too, which you can ride on too. So Roy wasted day. Why waste a single day at home when you have to walk with? So I might just get Mark when we stop to take some footage of the bridge, and I can tell you it's absolutely marvelous. So I might just, do you want me to get it back that way? Get it back that way. Just a second. And look at that. Absolutely magnificent. It's got its drive on. guys. Absolutely fantastic. Love it. Okay. So, gone to the game today. Done a lot. Then of the game. So, throw it. I've done a lot. So, story with someone along and drive on it, driving around. And just take a look at the city building. Chickens and planes, all that. So we will put forward a tag, yep, and pick a tablet yeah. On this side? Yeah. Yep. Yeah, it's a nice downhill run now. And we'll be down at Kangaroo Point. Sorry? No, not yet, because I've got to get into your phone as well. Yeah, he was sending the password to your phone. Have you got it? Yep. So, we're just coming up. It's really good now. Big bridge. What a magnificent bridge it is. Okay. You can't miss it. That's what I had to do too. Sorry? That's what I had to do. Yep. So we're coming off this really good now. So that this is Brisbane City down there. Right. So, Brisbane City, guys. Okay. You're going Brisbane. Jim, right, going really good. There's a lot of big bridges. There's a bottom down there. Mark, and I can tell you, it's absolutely fantastic. wake up with a view like that. Absolutely marvelous. It's coming up. Now, let's stop somewhere and have a drink, Mark. Yep, thank you. You just let me know when you're ready. Now at the end of the story now. Come over the top like that. So I'm gonna highway to the buildings here. Alrighty. But everyone, I know for you. down we go now. And we'll just come up the Story Bridge. Well, I hope that you enjoyed the walk across the Story Bridge because I certainly did. And what about you, Mark?
I always love a day out and I love bridges. So it's a win-win.
So,
And under normal circumstances, I'd say you've walked the best way because the Story Bridge Hotel's just behind you.
and
So we're going to turn around and actually head that way. Whereas that'll be the best place for the taxi to pick us up. So, other way, Barry. So we're now going to... Might be a part of an interesting part of the bridge walk is to then come around and go under the bridge.
where are we going now?
Straight up this street here.
Up here. So, here we go now, Bill.
Left here. So we're going up that way.
Left
Yep.
here.
So beside the road. Rather than back onto the bridge, we're going that way.
Oh, yeah, back that one. Okay, so well, now I'm going to take you underneath the Story Bridge. Won't that be interesting?
Do you want to have a drink while we...
Yeah, for that. Welcome back. Now we've taken you on the bridge. We're going to take you under it.
I was going to say, you use the path, I can walk on the grass.
And okay, just
Yeah, you're right. You can come a bit further right.
okay.
Yeah, all good. Just a bit left. Just getting close to, running off.
Shit.
Hang on. Bit left. That's it. There, you're good.
Okay, so so now we're going to take you under the bridge. What time is it now?
It's 2:45. I thought I might ring Harry and say pick us up at the Storybridge Hotel at 3.
Yeah.
That way we both know where we're going to be. Pull on the. Hang on. There you go. Give it a crack now.
What? How about that? Okay, so.
The Thurbles of Brisbane City Council footpaths.
So, before you even come out, guys, make sure there is access to everything. And it's no good if it's not accessible. Mark, have you got anything to say on?
Yes, I didn't realise the movement limitations of the powered mobility chair, and it does not do well on the steep slope rises onto the roads to cross the road in Fortitude Valley. So, you know, it's not particularly flat and it's not particularly user-friendly. So we have had a few moments of having to push the chair into place rather than it being able to drive itself. And it's heavy.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's another good bump coming up. But other than that, it should be alright.
So, be careful going.
G'day, Harry. Mate, it's Mark and Gary that you dropped off at the Commonwealth Bank in McLaughlin Street. Mate, we'll be at the Storybridge Hotel at 3 o'clock if you can pick us up there. Yep. Yep. Yes, yeah, go Grey Park. Yep. Yeah, no worries. Thanks, Harry. We are about 100 metres from it. Yep. Fantastic. Thanks, Harry. Bye.
Okay. So now I really hope that you have enjoyed today's show, and I'll see you back at the house. But for Mark and I now, have a good afternoon. And remember that we rely on 24 hours a day, that is 000. Please do not call that number unless you've got an emergency. Here's Mark now for his closing sequence.
Well, goodbye. I hope you've had a wonderful trip across the bridge, and we look forward to the next adventure. And it's going to be as much a surprise to me as it is to you. I'll find out on the day.
So, and don't forget, Mark, to remind our viewers about 000.
And don't abuse 000. It's only for emergencies. They will not bring you beers in the middle of the night.
Okay, so be careful with 000, guys, and take care. Thanks for your company today, and we'll see you next time round. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Well, good evening, everybody. It's Sunday, the 29th of May, and a beautiful sunset here at Bray Park. Let's take a pan around and show you viewers that. Look at that.
Beautiful.
Just look at that.
It's more on this side, see the sunset.
And look at that.
Yeah, it's gorgeous. I'll get a bit closer.
Get a close-up view of that. A magnificent day. Yes, viewers, it is been a lovely day today. So we are glad that you could join us, Emma and I, for Sunday the 29th of May.
Yeah,
And
it's winter time.
winter time just about.
Oh, not yet?
Well,
I think winter time starts in June. Yeah,
in June. And,
Yeah. It's autumn at the moment.
well,
Still a bit chilly.
still a bit chilly, but what we would like to recap on is the topics from last time. Driving very carefully if it's raining, but it's definitely not raining here at this moment.
Yeah.
Well, as you've probably been hearing, I'm not very happy here
No.
at Bray Park, but I've already covered that ad nauseum. So I don't want to bore you viewers with that. But yesterday, just recapping on the Deception Bay outing, it was absolutely beautiful.
Oh,
We had fish and chips there, and my word, it was something to behold. Now, Deception Bay, go and have a look at it, go and get some fish and chips, and we can tell you viewers out there, it is absolutely lovely. Deception Bay. If you're ever up here, viewers, go and have a look at it. Bring your dog, bring your friends,
yeah.
bring a picnic lunch, see them now.
Yeah, Barry's right. I haven't really been there yet, but I've been taking my dogs to a lot of dog parks, and I think I've heard like they've sort of got like a nice area for dogs, don't they? Like an outdoor area, like for them to like play in the water creeks. That would be fun.
So, I know 3 months is gonna go pretty quickly, but the 10th of August is when I fly back
No.
to recommence my Sydney production. Well, that's what I'm hoping for anyway. But I will make the time memorable up here in Queensland whilst I am still here. I do apologise for not staying on, but guys, at the end of the day, as we said last time, people have got to do what's right for them. Here's Emma now.
Yeah, Barry's right. And like I've said previously in one of Barry's videos, it's fine to, change your mind and choose another path for yourself, just as long as you gave the option a chance. So Barry, he's lived here, he's given this place a chance, and he's decided to move back to New South Wales. And although we're going to miss him, it's up to Barry what he wants in his life.
And another important tip we'd like to talk about on the show is not having a meltdown if you can't do something straight away. And don't just have a temper tantrum. Here's Emma now.
Yeah, Barry's right. It's easy to get frustrated and easily give up, but just keep, charging on, because you don't want to look back and regret not giving it a proper go. So just always give anything new that you want to try a proper go before, deciding to give up.
So yesterday I had a talk with the manager about some strategies that we're going to put in place whilst I am still here in Queensland, okay? Because you may, not the Friday gone, but the one before that, I melted like ice cream, and I didn't want to talk to anybody. So I just went in my room, and I thought, this is not right. What are we going to do? So the manager came yesterday, and we talked about ways of dealing with all of this. Okay, so it is very, very, very important that you tell someone how you would felt after a meltdown. Here's Emma now.
Yeah, Barry's right, because if you bottle up all your emotions, you'll just end up feeling worse, and nothing will improve in your life, because you can't expect people to help you without telling them what you want to change.
Okay, it's okay to feel angry and frustrated and homesick. Yeah, but guys, at the end of the day, what goes in you, what must come out.
Yeah.
Here's Emma now.
Yeah, Barry's right. Like I said, whatever is worrying you, you can't just keep it to yourself, because you'll just make yourself feel worse. You got to tell the manager or whoever is in charge, like, what is worrying you, so they can make changes for you and make improvements to make you happier.
Okay, because it is no good, ladies and gentlemen, following things up and thinking I'm going to my room, good night, I don't want to see anybody, because that's how I felt yesterday, the Friday before. Okay, but don't be rude and just ignore people, because that is not right. Here's Emma now.
Yeah, Barry's right. It's really wrong to ignore people, especially when they're trying to help you, because what you're doing is like you're bottling up all your hurt, yet you're also spreading hurt to other people, because, people who are just trying to help you, they'll be wondering, oh, how come, Barry doesn't want to talk to me, and they'll just get upset. So always talk about your feelings, but be polite. Don't seem angry, and just, politely talk about what you want to change.
Okay, it could be that you want to set a goal to go back to where you came from, which is what I'm heading towards.
Yeah.
Here's Emma now.
Yeah, like Barry said, so he gave this place a go. He's been here for a few months now, and he's
Well,
changed his
well,
mind. A few weeks, nearly a few months.
Yeah, well, yeah,
Long enough for you to decide. So Barry has given this place a go, and he misses New South Wales, and he wants to go back to New South Wales. The point is, he gave this place a go before he changed his mind.
but one thing you've got to remember, guys, is you must never, ever give up and storm out the door in a huff.
Yeah.
Hear them now.
Yeah, Barry's right. So, you know, when Barry first moved here, like the second day he was here, he could have given up and demanded to move back home, but he didn't, because he wanted to give this place a go, and he's been here long enough to decide that he prefers New South Wales.
So guys, the important thing about not giving up is like saying, like, if you say, oh, I can give up now, I've had this, and then pack your bags, are people gonna acknowledge you for that? Of course not. Hear them now.
Yeah, Barry's right, and not only will people not acknowledge you, they won't respect you either. They will just think that, oh, they didn't even give me a chance. You know, that's why it's really important to give people, anything new, a proper chance before giving up. And that's what Barry has done.
And
It's a cute dog.
another thing, as we said on the last show, which was episode 7, if people know that you've been lying in the first place and haven't been telling the truth, well, all my offsider and I can say to that, well, you've not only let them down, but yourself down in the process. Hear them now.
Yeah, Barry's right. So if you don't give anything a proper go, you're not just letting yourself down, you know, you'll be left wondering like, oh, you know, I didn't really give that place a proper chance. You're also letting your manager down and everyone else who went out of their way to care for you. You're letting all those people down because they're not going to feel appreciated, like they made the effort of like transferring you here. And yeah, but Barry, he was really good. He gave this place a proper go for a few months and he's decided it's not for him. So we're going to miss him, but it's up to Barry what he wants to do.
But I will be here over the next 3 months.
Yeah.
So how many weeks is that?
So the 10th of August you're leaving. So I believe that would probably be, today's the 29th of May. So 12 weeks about.
So 12 weeks, okay, thereabouts. Okay, so I brought you some cracking shows whilst I've been here. Okay, the first drive in the van I had with Emma was to Marumba Downs,
Yeah.
and that was a bit of an adventure.
Yeah.
Here's Emma.
Yeah. So when I drove Barry for the first time in the van, I went 2 Ks under the speed limit. I was only driving 18 Ks, but it was still a bit of a bump, wasn't it, on the speed bump? Remember, Barry?
I do
Yeah.
that. I
So-
think that was on the second week I was here.
Yeah. But yeah, we made it to the appointment on time and we got all the medication that you needed. So that was fun.
And the Good Friday report too, that was good.
Yeah, we had fish and chips.
We had fish and chips there. So guys, I've done some cracking shows. Here's Emma.
Yeah, Barry really has done some great shows and he's given so much good advice. I've really appreciated that he's had me in his videos. Gonna miss doing these if you go. Hope you have time to change your mind and stay, but I won't get my hopes up.
But it's a decision that I have made, and I do hope that you will stay with me over the next 12 weeks because I've got some good shows coming your way. Tomorrow my community access service people start, and hopefully this will be the start of the journey.
Yeah, it'll be exciting. It'll be sad to see you leave, but it'll be exciting. Barry, can I show them the beautiful sunset? It looks gorgeous.
Okay,
And I'll come back, of course.
let's have a look at this sunset here. Look at that. Just look at that.
Oh, it's gorgeous.
Look at that. On a Sunday night here.
Yeah, it's beautiful sunset.
Just look at that, everybody. Just look at that.
It's gorgeous.
So, what I'd like to say, before I close episode 16 of the show for this Sunday evening, okay, is don't hold anything in, okay, because you are only hurting yourself
Yeah.
as well as others. Here's Emma now for her closing sequence.
Yeah, Barry's right. So, as we've said, you know, if you have an issue with anything, always talk to the person in charge. Because if you bottle it up, you're just hurting yourself, like you're just ranking yourself with worry. It's really important to, you know, talk to the person in charge, and they can help, you know, give you an option to make you overall happier.
So they might convince you to stay because you're living here. Here's Emma now.
Yeah, so I've been trying to convince Barry to stay, but I'm being a bit selfish because it's up to Barry what he wants to do. So, you know, like always be accepting of what people want to do. It's like that saying, if you love someone, set them free. And if they come back, then they're yours. Not like anyone belongs to you, but
So the very last thing we're going to talk about is selfishness.
Yeah.
Okay? It's when people think about what they want and not what you want.
yeah.
Here's Emma now.
Yeah, Barry's right. We've all been guilty of being selfish. So being selfish, it's like you only care what yourself wants. And, you know, I've had like my ex-partner, he was very selfish. It's really important to be selfless every day, pretty much. Because the key to living a happy life is to not focus on yourself, but to actually focus on helping others and, you know, making others happier as well. And yeah, that's how, you know, you have a healthy well-being overall, caring about others.
So, Sharonica, has anybody been selfish to you?
Yeah, a lot of people, but I've learned to leave that in the past and move forward.
Yeah.
So guys, if you know that somebody that's being selfish, don't take any notice of them, okay? Because they may think that they're the only ones that think that they know better when they don't, okay? So that's a tip we'd like to leave with you, okay? So if someone said, no, you can't do this or that, and just turn around and say, thank you for your input, but I don't need it. I don't want to keep your selfish opinions to yourself. And here's Emma now for her closing sequence on this.
Yeah, Barry's right. So, you know, if someone tries to push their opinion onto you, just politely tell them, I disagree, please respect that. It's that simple. You have a good night, everyone.
And
I'll let Barry close.
the number that we rely on 24 hours a day, that is 000 please do not ring that number unless you've got a time critical emergency. 000 is only there for emergencies, and that's where I'd like to finish episode 16 for this Sunday night. This has been Barry Deer. Thanks for your company, and I will see you tomorrow for episode 17. Good night.
Good night.
Okay, here we are at Barry's house, where he used to live at when he was younger. Have a look around, it's nice. It's got a ramp over there, and that's where he used to live.
Hello guys, this is Barry Beer here. Welcome to Bray Park, my new home. Before I present the Bray Park videos, I've got a couple of carryover videos from Oceania before I present the Bray Park videos to you. So sit back and relax, guys, and enjoy the a couple of old Oceania videos before I present, before I show you the Bray Park videos. And here is the story of Bray Park so far. I will get to Bray Park in a moment. So enjoy the couple of Oceania videos first, then I will show you the Bray Park videos. So, thank you Bray Park for having me. Well, good evening everyone. It's Thursday, the 5th of May here, and Barry here with you at the house. And look at that sunset here. But unfortunately tomorrow's weather will be overcast, and we may get some rain either coming tonight or tomorrow. Okay,
Yeah.
so
I think it's going to rain tonight, actually.
okay.
That's what the weather said.
It's gonna rain tonight. Okay, so
You see those dark clouds?
and we welcome you viewers this day, today, or tonight. And today Marty and I went for a drive to Strat Point first, then to Southgate, to Sandgate. I nearly said Southgate. So
How was it?
it
Did you have a
was
time?
good, it was good, yes.
You saw your old house, didn't you?
Yeah, I did. So, guys, I'm very quickly just going over what we talked about last time, and being respectful
Yeah.
toward one another, not arguing, not talking over the top of each other, stomping on one another, not listening to people's opinions because you might not agree on something. Here's Emma now for this.
Yeah, Barry's right. So, you know, there's an expression that my brother used to use where people are like buttholes. Everyone has one. So, well, actually it was opinions are like buttholes, sorry. Everyone has one. So everyone is entitled to their own opinion, and just because you don't agree with their opinion doesn't mean that you can be rude to them or ignore them. Just respectfully, you know, converse with them or give your own opinion in response.
Another thing we'd like to recap on very quickly, guys, is, you know, not giving up on things when people have gone to a lot of trouble in organising it, like you might want to move back to
Yeah.
where you came from, but remember, it is not an easy process because you have to get the funding for it, okay? Like, the way I see it, like, I may turn around and say I'm not happy here, so, but that is not the case at the moment. But ladies and gentlemen out there, and viewers alike, it is very important to acknowledge people when they are talking to you about your decisions, and you've got to make sure that you're honest with the people that are working with you when they are talking to you. Don't cut them off, hear them now.
Yeah, Barry's absolutely right. So it's always important to be polite and respectful of everyone's opinion. And, you know, even ignoring them is rude. So just treat people how you want to be treated. It's that simple.
So don't just say, I don't care what you want, I didn't come here or there. Just because I didn't get what I want, I shouldn't have moved here in the first place, because at the end of the day, you made the call to come up here, etc. Hear them now.
Yeah, true. And like what Barry was saying is sometimes you might regret making certain decisions, but just remember with every choice, there's good and bad to everything. So the grass isn't always greener on the other side. The grass is greener wherever you water it. So just always focus on the positive.
So if you're not happy about something, guys, for goodness sake, say something.
Yeah,
Like I've been saying to the managers for the past 2 days here. Because I may not be happy here, but she is finding ways that I can enjoy the life here and go out and do some awesome stuff. Here's my offer.
yeah. So Barry's right. So it's pretty much pointless to dwell on the negative. Just do what makes you happy and focus on the positive. And yeah, if you're unhappy about anything, always talk it to the person in charge, like the manager.
But don't just go, I don't want to live here, just weeks after you arrived here or there, because the person may, some people may say, well, that's fine, but it's going to be a long process before you find separate accommodation. You will have to get new staff, new management, etc.
Yeah.
Hear them now.
Yeah, Barry's right. So when it comes to like every new decision that you make, there's always going to be pros and cons, and it is a stressful time, you know, having to move and find yourself new staff. So if you have any issues with your staff, just talk to the manager in charge and they should fix it. It's better to resolve than to avoid problems.
Because like, don't just keep it in the bottle, like the Coke bottle, and let it build up and then explode
Yeah.
all over the place. Because guys, nobody wants that to happen. Because if you shake a bottle of Coke up, okay? Imagine this is a bottle of Coke. You shake it up, you shake it vigorously, okay? And then you go to open the lid, and a sticky situation ends up not only on you, but the person as well. Hear them now.
Yeah, that's a really good analogy, Barry. I agree. If you just bottle up your problems, it's not only hurting yourself, but it's hurting other people as well. Because the only way that people know how to change is like if you talk to them. So it's really important to be honest with your manager and let them know if there's anything you're not happy with that they can change.
And don't lie to the person either, because you could again not only hurt yourself, your own feelings, but theirs as well. Here's my offside.
Yeah, true. That's absolutely true. You could hurt a lot of people by not being honest. So just always be respectful and polite and give people your opinions.
And just before we do say farewell to you, excuse me, just before we do say farewell to you this evening, I'd like to add a quote. Commit yourself to what you've organised in the first place. Here's my offside.
Yeah, absolutely. Like, don't give up, no matter how hard something how something is at first. You should always try. Because, giving up, I think that's the biggest regret, to give up on something and not knowing what you could have achieved, as opposed to failing at something, because no matter what you fail at, you can always try again. So never give up.
So don't just say, oh, I've had this, I'm going to give up, and then pack your bags and say, see you later, because that is not the case. Here's Emma now for her closing sequence on this.
Yeah, Barry's absolutely right. So don't just give up on anything. Always try. The only time it would be good to give up is after you actually have tried. So for example, if Barry has spoken to the manager multiple times and nothing has changed, he has the right to relocate if he wishes to. But just always focus on the positive no matter what you choose to do in life.
Okay, it is your choice to do what you wish to do, but guys, for goodness sake, you are the ones that are letting yourself down and being absolutely yucking inside. So what Emma and I would like, what my outsider and I would like to say to you tonight, as we draw this day to a close, is please think about your actions. Okay, don't be a fool. Okay, don't just sit in your bedroom and go slam with the door. Okay, come out and let your feelings out, because okay, you've got to tell people how you feel, like I've been doing for the past 2 days here, because I was struggling. So for goodness sake, viewers out there, don't be a fool. Don't sit in your room and slam the door and cry like a 5-year-old. Come out and talk to someone. Here's my offsider to close the show with that and her farewell.
Yeah, Barry's right. So whenever you're upset about something, definitely talk to anyone about it, because bottling it up, it only makes things worse. Hey, it's Renee!
Hello.
And I'd like to say one thing before we wrap up the show tonight.
Yeah?
Okay? Don't ever feel that there is no one in the world that you can talk to when there is, because we here at Brave Park don't believe in that. So if there's a problem, what do? Don't let the the Coke bottle filled up, and then you open the bottle and then it goes
Yeah.
everywhere. Speak up, don't shut up, speak up.
Yeah, don't bottle it all up.
And that's where I'd like to end the show for tonight, but join me later on, sometime over the weekend, for another jam-packed episode.
Yeah.
But from us now, bye-bye, and we'll see you next time.
Do you want to see the sunset or?
And we'll see the sunset one more time before we sign off.
No, it looks a bit gloomy now, but see a bit of light. Looks like it's going to rain.
About what? Okay, so
Alright.
can we just take a shot of your lovely car?
Can I clean it first?
It looks clean.
How about I clean it and we can take a shot of my car tomorrow?
Yes.
I'll go wash it for you now, okay?
Okay.
Alright, I'll see you tomorrow.
Okay.
Good night.
Good night.
Night.
So, guys, as we leave you this night, be polite and respectful,
Yeah.
and
Always treat people how you want to be treated.
because if you treat people nicely, they will treat you nicely.
Yeah, common sense.
But in the meantime, this is Barry Fair wishing you a very safe evening from all of us here at Bray Park now, and Thrive 365. Have a pleasant evening. We'll see you next time.
Bye.
Bye-bye. This is Barry Fair on Thursday, May 26th, 2022. It's coming up to 10 minutes to 2. Okay. Welcome to episode 13 of the Daily Wraps here at Bray Park. Well, before I talk about my future with Bray Park and what I'm doing with it, I'd like to tell you about safety in the home, okay, and why it's important, okay. Safety in the home, okay. Firstly, you must always have good electrical appliances such as your toaster, your kettle, your oven, your microwave, etc. and your stove, okay? Because it's no good cooking with faulty electrical appliances, okay? You cannot use faulty electrical appliances. And why? Because it is dangerous, okay? Never ever use faulty electrical appliances in the home. Make sure you check the cords and make sure they are not frayed, because if they are, you could be electrocuted and that could be an accident waiting to happen. Another important rule: check your hot water. Make sure that hot water is working properly and the pressure is right. And make sure that you know what temperature the hot water is at. Okay? Because if you go to have a hot shower at night, guys, okay, and the water is too hot, okay, you could get burnt and be scalded. And no one wants that, okay? And with the kettle too, in the kitchen, which I will talk about in a moment. Okay, make sure you check the temperature of the water before you have a shower or bath at night, because you need to be safe around the home, including in the bathroom and having a shower. Now, with the appliance in the kitchen, guys, most importantly, never allow children to touch the kettle if it's got boiling hot water in it. And make sure that they don't tip it or tip the hot water all over themselves. Because that's how accidents happen in the home, guys. And never allow small kids to stick their fingers in the toaster. Again, that is very dangerous. Okay, so never allow children to lift up the kettle, the teapot, or touch the toaster. Or more importantly, put their fingers under the grill if you've been grilling something like cheese on toast or something. Because again, the irons could be very hot, and never allow children to touch the iron if it's turned off, because that could be hot also. Irons can also cause burns to not only the body but to the skin as well. Okay, so safety in the home. Okay, make sure that you never leave sharp items around like a knife. Okay, and the children are gonna cut something like a loaf of bread. Make sure that there is an adult present to supervise them. So if children are gonna help in the kitchen, make sure that there is an adult present and tell the kids to be careful if touching hot pans. Okay, because this is very important. Never allow children to touch a hot pan or a saucepan because that could have hot water in it. And accidents with hot water can cause very, very serious injury. And I'm not kidding, guys, because that's how accidents happen in the home. Now, do you know what else I'm going to talk about on today's show? Well, I'll tell you. The importance of keeping chemicals out of the reach of children too, and pills. Never leave medicines in the reach of children. Keep them out of reach of children. Never allow children to think that they're lollies, that pills are lollies, because they're not. Okay, because the children may think, oh great, here's a lolly, I'll take it. And the same with disinfectant. The children may think, oh yeah, this is cordial or apple juice, I'll have a drink. I'll take a break. G'day everyone, this is Barry here, episode 4 now of my program, and today we are at Waco, known as Darra, okay, and this is my former suburb, and that's our house. This is a big story house now. Okay, so when I was living here back in the 80s, I had a single story house with a carport. And my school bus used to drop me off and pick me up where that garbage bin is. And that's the house there. Okay, so much has changed since I was living here in the late 70s and early 80s. And Brisbane has changed as well. Well, now we're going to take you over the Story Bridge and then we'll slowly head back towards Mount Coot-tha, and we'll show you there the lookout. So stay with us. This is episode 4 of my daily wraps here in Queensland now. Coming up to 25 minutes to 1. It is Tuesday, May 3rd. Barry Fear with you today. Well, I hope that you've enjoyed this little taste of what I've done so far here in Bray Park. Thank you for joining me, and I will see you next time around. This is Barry Fear, wishing you a very good early evening.